Hello, Peter Hayward here again. I'm at the Hammond once more, just for a change. I thought I'd like to start showing you a few little Hammond riffs that you can use in your jazz arrangements or in your rock and roll if you play rock. So we'll start with an easy one. You could use this one as a fill, or it's a great little intro. It works well on the big drawbar, the 16-foot drawbar, and the 1 foot with a little bit of 2-foot drawbar mixed in. So in other words, the lowest sounds and the highest sounds. So if you haven't got drawbars, that doesn't matter. Use a 16-foot and a 2-foot flute for the top keyboard. That gives that nice bright sort of sound, and then just a general setting for the lower keyboard, because all the lower keyboard is doing is hitting the C note in rhythm. You're almost turning your left hand into a drummer. Bam, bam. So all you're doing is C note octave on the lower keyboard, or on the bottom part. You could do the bottom note on the top keyboard like that. That looks good, right at the bottom of the keyboard. Yo! And I'll show you that chord as well. Come over the keyboard and I'll show you how easy it is. Okay, let's do this in stages so it's easy to follow and easy to put together. First of all, I want you to play E and G with your right hand, and I want you to play it twice before moving up to F and A. Now move up to G and B flat, and then just go down. We'll keep it simple to start with. We'll put a little extra twiddles in later, but let's just do E and G. I want you to slide off the bottom note. So E flat becomes E. Slide off the black note twice. And now when we go here, there is no black note at the bottom, so we slide off the top note. A flat goes on to A. And now we're playing a black note anyway, so we slide off the bottom black note. G flat becomes G. And we just go straight down, I think is easy. A flat again, right again, slowly. Now what I want you to do is, after every pair of notes, when you play it twice, I want you to put the bottom C in, like this. Slide off the notes, now C. Then the next two, now C. Always happen to C at the bottom. That gives you the rhythm. You can put a little twiddle in. Here's the bit I was going to say that to later, but let's do it now. Watch. Now. A little da-da-da, A to B flat. Or you could do the two if you want to be clever. This is how I did it when I did it live. There. I put the two in. So let's just do it slowly. 2, F. Now the C, and then the same 2 sets, but just go up and down. Now down. Very lazy, as if you're dusting the keys. And at the same time you can hold a C at the top. Very lazy, just put your little finger on the C and hold it down. Let's get the rhythm going. Because I'm holding the little finger at the top, I can't reach much further than the C at the bottom, so here's your ending. Right, here's the notes. It's basically part of the jazz scale. It's part of that scale, but you just pick the 4 notes while you hold the C at the top. I'm using the 2nd finger on the E flat, 3rd finger on the G flat, and then turn again, second. So second on the, there's your shape for the two black notes. Those two fingers on those two notes. So let's just put that in rhythm one more time, and then I'll show you the nice little chord that I did at the end. And then that's finished for that one. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. And the chord at the end, you have to reach. It's E, B flat, and E flat, or D sharp actually at the top. It's a sharpened ninth there. With a C note at the bottom, all the while just C. I did an octave just to emphasise. Bam! Let's just try that again. The ending part. Ready? Get the notes. It's a good shape. I'm using my fourth finger at the top just to be lazy really. It saves having to bend my elbow. There we go. Last time then, all the way through to finish with. Thank you ever so much for listening, and I'll be back soon with more riffs for the Hammond organ.